My friends, we now advance to the third great principle. The silent messenger that carries your thoughts from the conscious mind into the depths of the subconscious, where they are accepted, acted upon, and eventually transformed into reality. For what is faith, no matter how strong, if it is not impressed repeatedly upon the mind? It is a flame, but without fuel, even the brightest flame will fade. That fuel, fix this firmly in your understanding, is autosuggestion. Many people drift through life allowing their minds to be shaped not by intention, but by circumstance. They listen to the voices of fear, doubt, and limitation, voices from society, from past failures, from the opinions of others, and they accept them without question. They do not realize that every suggestion, whether accepted consciously or unconsciously, takes root in the subconscious mind and influences their behavior. Understand this clearly. You are the gatekeeper of your own mind. No thought can enter your subconscious without your consent, either given knowingly or accepted through neglect. Autosuggestion is the tool by which you take control of that process. It is the method through which you deliberately plant thoughts of success, confidence, and achievement into the fertile soil of your subconscious. Consider for a moment the power of repetition. A single thought, fleeting and unsupported, has little influence. But a thought repeated again and again, especially when mixed with emotion, grows stronger. It gains authority. It begins to feel true regardless of its origin. This is how beliefs are formed. This is how habits are created. This is how destinies are shaped. Now let us be practical. Each time you read your written statement of desire, morning and night, you are engaging in the act of autosuggestion. But do not make the mistake of treating this as a mere ritual. Words spoken without feeling are empty. They lack the power to penetrate the subconscious. You must speak with conviction. You must see in your mind's eye the reality you seek. You must feel, as though it were already yours, the success you desire. Emotion is the driving force. It is the difference between a thought that passes through the mind and a thought that takes permanent residence within it. When you combine repetition with emotion, you create a powerful impression, one that the subconscious cannot ignore. There exists a profound truth that governs this principle. The subconscious mind accepts as true that which is repeatedly impressed upon it, regardless of whether it is fact or fiction. It does not argue. It does not question. It simply acts. If you feed it doubt, it will produce hesitation. If you feed it fear, it will produce inaction. But if you feed it confidence, certainty, and purpose, it will guide you toward achievement. This explains why so many individuals struggle without understanding the cause. They speak words of desire, yet harbor thoughts of doubt. They affirm success, yet expect failure. And in this contradiction, the subconscious becomes confused, ultimately acting upon the stronger influence, which is almost always the negative, for it is repeated more often and felt more deeply. You must therefore bring your thoughts into harmony. What you say, what you think, and what you feel must align. When they do, you become a focused instrument of creation. Let us examine the daily life of the average person. From morning until night, they are bombarded with suggestions, news of failure, conversations of limitation, reminders of scarcity. If these influences are not countered, they become the dominant thoughts in the mind, and what is repeated becomes believed. But you, having gained this knowledge, must rise above such influences. You must become deliberate. You must choose your thoughts as carefully as a gardener selects seeds. For whatever you plant, you shall harvest. Each affirmation you speak, each image you visualize, each belief you reinforce, these are acts of creation. They are shaping your future, moment by moment, thought by thought. My friends, let me ask you this. What are you telling yourself when no one else is listening? In those quiet, unguarded moments, when the world is still and the noise has faded, what is the nature of your inner voice? Are you reinforcing strength or weakness? Are you declaring victory or anticipating defeat? For it is in those silent conversations with yourself that your future is shaped, molded, and ultimately decided. You may believe that success is determined by outward conditions, by opportunity, by circumstance, by luck. But I tell you, the true battleground lies within. The thoughts you entertain in private, the beliefs you repeat in solitude, these are the forces that determine whether you rise or fall. Long before success is seen in the outer world, it is formed within the inner world of the mind. Autosuggestion is not complicated, but do not mistake simplicity for ease. It requires discipline. It requires consistency. It requires that you take full responsibility for the contents of your mind. You cannot afford to be careless in your thinking, for careless thoughts produce careless results. Just as a single spark can ignite a great fire, so too can a single repeated thought ignite a chain of actions that shape your destiny. There will be times, many times, when doubt attempts to re-enter your mind. Old habits will try to reclaim their place. Familiar fears will whisper that nothing has changed, that nothing will change. But do not be discouraged. This is the natural resistance that comes with transformation. Each time you recognize a negative thought and deliberately replace it with a positive one, you are doing important work. You are weakening the old pattern and strengthening the new. You are, in effect, rewiring the very structure of your thinking. Persistence in this practice is the key. Not occasional effort, not temporary enthusiasm, but daily, unwavering commitment. The mind responds to what is repeated. Therefore, repeat what you wish to become. Remember, the mind does not remain empty. It is never still. If you do not fill it with purpose, it will be filled by default, with fear, with worry, with uncertainty. These negative influences do not need to be invited. They enter through neglect. Therefore, you must act with intention. You must take command. You must decide once and for all that your mind will serve you, not sabotage you. When autosuggestion is combined with desire and faith, a remarkable transformation begins to unfold. Your thoughts become more focused, no longer scattered or uncertain. Your actions become more deliberate, guided by purpose rather than impulse. Your confidence begins to grow, not suddenly but steadily, like a flame that strengthens with each passing moment. And gradually, almost imperceptibly at first, your external world begins to reflect your internal condition. Opportunities appear where none seem to exist. Solutions reveal themselves to problems that once felt overwhelming. You begin to act in ways that align with success, and those actions produce results. You will find yourself making better decisions, recognizing opportunities, and taking steps that once seemed beyond your reach. This is not coincidence. It is not luck. It is the natural consequence of a mind that has been properly conditioned and deliberately directed. As we bring this lesson to its close, I urge you to examine your mental habits with honesty and clarity. Become aware of your inner dialogue. Listen closely to the thoughts you repeat most often, for these are the thoughts that are shaping your life, whether you realize it or not. Go now and put this principle into practice. Do not delay. Speak your desires aloud with conviction. Visualize your success with clarity and detail. Repeat your affirmations with emotion, with belief, with certainty. Do this daily, without fail, without excuse. For understand this, you are not merely thinking, you are programming. And when you take control of that process, you take control of your destiny. We shall meet again in the next lesson, where we will uncover another force, one that expands your capacity to achieve and equips you with the tools necessary to turn thought into organized, effective action. Until then, guard your mind with vigilance, direct your thoughts with purpose, and speak your success into existence with unwavering belief. Good day.